Hey guys, this is Om and welcome to Civil Raja, your gateway to future. So guys, what we have covered so far, we have studied a plan of G+3 residential come commercial building. After that, we have studied the structural drawing and what are the different things that should be present in the structural drawing. Then we have studied piles and pile cap details in like elaborated way, and now we have reached to the time where we are going to study about the columns. So I'm just going to share my screen, and here you can see this is our column layout. So basically, what are the different things that we have to mention in the column layout? So first thing that is most important is the property line, because I have already faced a issue because of not providing the property line, and it brought me a headache in execution on the site. So from then I have started the marking the property lines, and now once you have marked the property line, you will get a proper reference of where should the columns be placed. Okay, now the second thing that a lot of draftsmen misses in the like center line diagram of the columns, or you can say the column layout, they miss to mark the column distances around this center line. Okay, so first of all, let's start with what are the different things that we have to mention. First of all, we need to make the center line. Okay, now most of the columns will lie on your center line, but there may be a few columns that are like away from the center line, like if the columns are rotated, and if the columns are of different sizes, then you will not find that the center line is lying exactly in the center of the column. Okay, so if you have the square column, there is not an issue. If the all columns are of same size, then again you don't have any issue. But if you have rectangular columns with different sizes, or even if you have a rectangular column with different orientations, then you may find the deviation in the center columns edges from the center line. Okay, so first of all, I will just guide you two things. First of all, you have to mark the center lines. You have to name it so that you, once the grid lines are named properly, you can easily identify which column your site engineer is talking about, or even your contractor is talking about. So try to name it one in the alphabetical manner and another one in the numerical manner. Like I have provided A, B, C, D, E for the vertical lines, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the say like horizontal lines. Okay, so this is a practice that you must do. Now the distances from the property line, then the center to center distance between the columns, or you can say the marking of the center lines, that should be mentioned over here. Okay, now you can see there is a gap over here in the center line itself. So basically in the pile cap, you can see the marking is at 6 feet 9.5 inches, but in this one the distance is a little different, which is basically 7 feet from here. Okay, so why this happened? Because over here we have marked it exactly in the center, but over here we are marking it 5 inches away from the center line, or 5 inches away from the edge of the column. Okay, so you can see this is the difference, and that's why you may find that there are different markings over there. So earlier I had to mark the piles, so I had to mark it like this. Now I have to mark the columns, so I will try to remove the half inches concepts from the column itself. Okay, now you can see here the difference between these two center lines are 7 feet. Now this line is exactly in the center of the columns, and all the columns are in the same alignment with the same sizes of 10 inches by 10 inches. Now this is flushed by 5 inches on both the ends, so I don't need to mark anything over here. So if you want to mark, you can. Otherwise, even if you're not willing to mark it, then it is good. No, that is not an issue. However, marking it is very simple, so I will simply show a single mark over here. Okay, so let's mark it as 5 inches in this direction also. Okay, now you can match the property. You can just pick this one and place it over here. Then what you have to do, you have to simply press the escape button, and then you can change the size of this one. Like this is 10 inches, so you can make it 6 inches. Okay, now the sizes are reduced. If you want to place it over here so that it can be clearly visible, so you can also do that. Okay, so whatever you draw, try to draw it in such a manner that everything is clearly visible to your client. Okay, That's the only trick that we have to follow. Now you can see the distance between grid line 2 and 3 is 12 feet 2 inches. However, here it was 12 feet 4.5 inches. But since I have changed this size, or you can see I have moved this grid line so that while marking the columns on the side it can be convenient. It is now 12 feet 2 inches. Okay, so if you need, I can also mark it like in the same way, like just put a grid line over here, bring it over here, and then we can just match the property in the same manner. Now we have to double click over here, and then we can make it 6 inches as the height of our text. Okay, the text size should be 6 inches. Okay, now the next thing over here, we have clearly marked everything, so this is not something to worry about. And then even in this line, we have marked everything, like in which side it is 5 inches, in which, and the other side is easily calculated as 10 inches, because the whole column is 10 inch by 15 inch. So I hope the marking is quite clear. Over here, it has already been marked. Over here, it has already been marked. In these two lines, we have marked everything. So now the column layout is kind of completed. From A to B, the column length is 12 feet 8 inches. From B to C, it is 8 feet 8 inches, and it is lying in the center of the column of this one. Okay, so over here, this is exactly in the center. Over here, this is not exactly in the center. So we have to show the flush, like how much it is on which side. So on this side it is 5 inches, on this side it is 10 inches. Okay, so I hope this marking is quite clear with you now. So you have understood how we have to mark the column layouts. So column layout is quite clear. Even if you have some kind of confusion or you have some questions, then you can clearly ask that. Okay, that is not a restriction. So you can simply ask that in the comment section, or you can WhatsApp me on the number, which is 8433248864. Also, if you haven't liked this video yet, even after finding that this video is kind of useful, then please hit the like button and share this video as much as possible. And if you're new to our channel Shiv Raja, then you can subscribe to our channel, and I'll also press the bell icon so that you can be notified whenever we are uploading a new informative video for you. Okay, now we are here to study the column schedule. So basically in the column schedule, I have different categories. So first is the category of the height. Like these columns uh, are to be used with different reinforcement on different floors. So from 2 feet 6 inches to 10 feet 6 inches, that means minus 2 feet 6 inches, which is beneath the plinth level, from the footing to the plinth level, and then to the first floor height. So it is minus 2 feet 6 inches to 10 feet 6 inches. That means from the top of the footing till the top of the first roof. Uh, we have to follow this reinforcement, which is 6 bars of 16 dia. Okay, and then the size of the column is 10 by 15, and then the grade of concrete is M20, and the grade of steel is Fe500. Okay, so basically on the site we are using the Kamdhenu steel, which is a good steel, because the strips over there in the Kamdhenu is relatively higher than the Magad, and there are two steels which are like dominant in our area. In your area, you may have a different brands. Okay, the Tata and Jindal are the like country famous brands, but we have also some local brands, the Kamdhenu, Magad, and all these. Okay, so in my another site, we have also used some other steel. I don't remember the name exactly, but yeah, whatever the steel is, whatever the brand is, you must check whether it is a Fe500 or not. So if you are using Fe500, then it is quite good to go. Now you already know the M20 grade of concrete. If yes, then please write what is the mixture, or what is the composition of the M20 grade of concrete, what is the ratio of the cement, sand, and the coarse aggregate in this particular grade of concrete. Okay, that is the question for you. Now, what should be the spacing of the rings, or you can say the ties of the column? So in the local language, we call it rings. In the technical language, we call it ties for the columns, and uh, stirrups for the beams. Okay, so for the length of L by 4 in both the ends, we have to mark it we have to provide a T8, that means 8 dia bar at 4 inches center to center. Okay, so basically this is 4 inches center to center. Now over here in the middle portion, we have to provide the same dia of the bar as the tie, but the spacing will be increased because in the column we have higher moments at the ends and not in the center. So basically we have to make our ends stronger. So that's why the rings or the ties are placed closely at the ends, and they are placed at adequate distance in the center part. Okay, so for L by 4, this is 4 inches. For the next L by 2, it is will be placed at 6 inches center to center, and for the next 4 by L by 4, we have to place the rings at 4 inches center to center, and the rings will have the dia of 8 bar. Okay, now uh this is something that I have designed for G+3 building in zone 4 in Patna, basically. So this is the structure drawing. So you can see the sizes are mentioned over here. So I think same property is divided at different floors. So basically we have 3 columns with this property. We have 4 columns with bars of 16 dia, 8 number of bars of 16 dia in a particular column. Then 8 columns of the same reinforcement at this level, and then we have 2 columns with 4 bars of 16 dia and 4 bars of 12 dia. So there is a combination of all this. Okay, so this is what we have to use on the columns. Now for the next floor level, that is 10 feet 6 inches to 21 feet. So basically over here the bars will be reduced from 6 bars of 16 dia to 4 bars of 16 dia. Okay, and over here it will be 4 bars of 12 dia plus 4 bars of 16 dia as the main bar, and then these are the extra bars. So here it has been reduced. Now for these columns that are mentioned over here, C5, C4, C9, C10, C11, C14, 15, and C16, we have to continue with 8 bars of 16 dia. Now over here you can see in these two we will continue with the same reinforcement as the previous floor. Now in the next floor we just have the headroom level over here. So we have to just mark the reinforcement as it has been shown in the schedule. Okay, I hope a column schedule is good to go with you. Then there is a note. All dimensions are in feet and inches unless stated otherwise. So even if I am not marking it 4 inches over here, then you must understood that, okay, this is in inches. Okay, it cannot be 4 feet, it cannot be 4 or it cannot be 4 meters. So it is 4 inches. So that's why this note is very much useful for you. Now, now. So over here we have our client details and direction of the plot and everything. So basically how what is the direction that you can see from here, and that is needed only for the our architectural plans, which is this one. Okay, but for the column layout it is quite good. Now we will move ahead for the column sections. So basically these are the sections of the column. So you can see that for 416 and 412 bars of 10 by 15 inches of the column, we can go ahead with the arrangement like this, like 416s will be at the corner, okay, as the outer bars. Okay, so you can see this is a symbol for the T16, and then T12 bars will be placed in the center, and then we have to mark the ties like this. So you, in the most of the cases, you will see that these ties are bent up for the 90 degrees. So 90 degrees is a very wrong provision to do. So we have to always bend the ties in 135 degrees, okay, in both the from both the ends. So it should be bent at 135 degrees, and then we can use this arrangement also. There is another arrangement that people usually follow to avoid this extra running. Okay, so one bar will be placed over here, another bar will be placed over here. So just to avoid the extra rings, so they can go ahead with this. But in this particular case, since I have generated the results from the software itself, so here it is suggesting that go with this type of arrangement, and basically 2 links will be used, one like this, one like this. Okay, now the same goes with 8 bars of 16 dia. For the 4 bars of 16 dia, we will go with this arrangement with a single ring. Okay, and then for T16, 6 bars of 16 dia, we will go with a like a ring, or you can say the tie like this, and then we will have another link like this. Okay, so that it can, the inside link bars can be tied with each another. Okay, now this is something I think that which is quite clear to you. Now we will go ahead with the notes section. So basically the typical detail of the column, the length of the zone shall zone A shall not be less than the larger lateral dimension of the member. Second is the 1/6 of the clear span of the member, or 450 mm. The lap length, it should be 50 into dia of the main bar of the column. Okay, so this is another concept that you must understand. Suppose you are using a let's take an example of this one. Okay, so over here, suppose if you are using the 16 mm dia bars and you have to lap the 16 mm dia bars, obviously it will be 16 into 50 mm. Okay, so 32 inches will be there. Okay, so you can easily lap it like this. But if you are using a amalgamation of two different bars, so that means over here four main bars are of 16 mm dia, but in the bottom, the four extra bars are of 16 mm dia, and on the top we have the four extra bars of 12 mm dia. So what lap should be taken? That may be a question. So what should be the lap length? That is another question that you have to answer. Okay. So if you are using a single bar of, if you are using a bar of 10 mm dia and another bar that you have to overlap over there, that will be of 12 mm dia, then what should be the lap length? That is my question for all of you. So you have to answer that in the comment section, and whether it is right or wrong doesn't matter, because I will definitely like in 4 to 5 days I will definitely give you the right answer in the comment section itself. But if you're watching it now, then please leave your answer in the comment section so that you can be like engaged with this video, and I can feel motivated that okay, my viewers are paying attention to whatever I am teaching over here. Okay, now this is the column section, column elevation, and that we are making over here. So basically I will show you how the column what are the different details that we have to mention in the column elevation. So basically what is the, like, this is the plinth level. Okay, so this is the plinth beam. So on the top we have the plinth level over here. Okay, so you can see from the plinth level, maybe at a height of from the ground. Okay, now the footing will be definitely beneath the ground. So from the bottom of the footing till this one, okay, the column reinforcement will end over here. So from the bottom of the footing till this one, we will have a distance of 156 inches. That's varies from situation to situation. In our case, we have considered the plinth height to be at 2 feet 6 inches from the natural ground level. So that's why it is mentioned like this. Now, above that, we have, sorry, the beneath that, we have a 4 inches of the PCC work. Okay. Then this lap length over here is 16 inches in this direction. Okay. So the total length will be like 18 plus 16. Okay. So this should be 50 D, but basically I'm calculating it like this. So this should be minimum of 16 inches. Okay, and it is provided according to the width of the footing also. So now we have a zone A, which is h by 4, and h is the whole distance over here from one level to another level. So this is 10 feet 6 inches in this particular case. And now links will be provided as per the schedule. Okay, so whatever is our schedule, you can just provide the length accordingly. Sorry, links accordingly. Then we have another zone, and the zone A will be coming over there. This is zone A, this is again zone A, and in the middle portion we have zone B. Then we have this, if you are going for a lap length, then this should be the 15 into dia of column bar. Okay, so 15 into dia of column bar. Okay, so this should be there, 50 into dia of column bar. Okay, I will just change it, make it some space. Okay, dia of, let's keep it short. Okay, now write it in this format so that it can be more presentable. Okay, so lap length is clearly mentioned over here. Then we have, here we had the plinth beam. Now we have our floor beam over here, and this is the floor level. Now plinth level. Okay, where is the plinth level? So basically this plinth level is not over here. This plinth level is meant to be mirror. Oh, sorry. This is meant to be shown below. Okay, so this is our basically plinth level. Okay, there was a wrong marking that we had experienced over here. Now I will simply mirror it also. So this is our plinth level. Okay, now this is our plinth beam. So a lot of things are changed when we have to like import something. Okay, now let's see if we can match the property. Yeah, basically we can do it. Okay, now this can be written like this. Okay, this has to be brought over here. Okay, so yeah, now it is more appealing to the eyes. So we have to change we had to change some things over here, like this particular marking, the text height should be changed in order to make it more presentable. Okay, so that is not an issue. We can simply change it and I will do it. So if you have any kind of questions now, you can simply ask it. Basically, this is about the zone 4 and this is about the links as per the zones. And this is zone A. So yeah, this is an important thing. Okay, now that you have waited so far, so let's go for it. So this was zone A, and that means H by 4. But what about the zone beneath the plinth level? So basically, we will consider it as zone A, and we will like provide our rings as T8 4 inches center to center for zone A also. Okay, so over here the links will be placed closely. I hope everything is good with you and now you have understood everything. In the next session, we are going to talk about our beams. So we will see how much the portion can be covered. So I guess you have understood about the column, column layout, column schedule, column elevation, column sections, and then the nodes. Okay. So this much, I think you have understood clearly. If yes, then please hit the like button and share this video with your friends. Subscribe to our channel Civil Raja if you haven't subscribed it. If you want me to provide you professional training on how to design a building in a STAAD Pro or how to do it in the RCDC or how to make drawings in like this, then you can connect me through WhatsApp or call and I will definitely get back to you. And for the course details, you can check the video description. Okay, guys, that's all for today. See you in the next session. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. Thank you, guys.